Greetings friends, I am Obsidian. Earlier today, Monster Up released episode 18 of the SKIBIDI zombie universe, and boy did we get some interesting scenes in this episode. And for the first time ever, we got to hear someone speak in this universe, which was an incredible thing to witness. But before we get into today's video, make sure you subscribe to me so you don't miss future analysis and theory videos. Also, give my video a like as it will help me out. Let's begin. The scene begins from where we left off from the last episode of the large demo TV zombie Gorgon about to attack, but we see the knight appear and look towards us, and that's when the battle begins. The large demo TV zombie Gorgon starts to roar and goes to attack the knight, but he moves out of the way quickly, sliding across the floor with ease before he attacks the large demo TV zombie Gorgon with his axe and kills him with no trouble. The knight can be seen hitting the ground with his axe as an explosion occurs, which kills the large demo TV zombie Gorgon for definite, but it also makes the POV cameraman cover his eyes for a brief moment before he looks back up to see the deceased body of the large demo TV zombie Gorgon and the knight, who now begins to speak. He tells the arena, "People of Genesis, the enemy is not the Alliance, but the virus. You have to unite together for a common victory." If you guys didn't know, he is voiced by my wonderful buddy Chasing Skylar. It is shown in the description of the video, and I am so proud of my buddy to be the first voice, and the voice behind one of the most important characters in the series. Suddenly we hear a noise to our left, and we see two large robots that we saw from the last episode appear in the arena. These robots are being controlled by the Speakerman, and one of them tells the knight that speakers will survive this war as they begin to walk towards him, menacingly. This shows that the speaker race is very hard-headed, and they are strict about working amongst themselves, and not with the Alliance, since they believe that only their race should survive, which is clearly not the correct way of resolve. The scene turns back to the POV cameraman looking at the knight, who opens a portal to an area, which the POV plunger cameraman steps through, and we are now in an area where the speaker men keep their tech. We begin to look around and we see the usual shoutouts to YouTubers like Just Cozy, Ahoy, and Chatterbox. The POV cameraman walks forward and grabs the sphere that contains the X18 source and begins to look at the computer screen that says Titans. I wonder what this could mean. Are the Titans being tracked by the speakermen? After all, there is a red light that keeps flashing to where they possibly are, so maybe with this in mind, the speakermen are behind Titan Cameraman and Titan TV Man being held prisoner in the secret scene we saw in Season 3, and maybe that is where their locations are at. Notice how Titan Speakerman was not part of it, since the Speakermen still worship him, even as a zombie, I assume. Or they have just lost hope, even against their own Titan, as it said on the posters in the last episode. The POV cameraman turns around to notice the tech suit that the Speakermen have been using and walks over to the suit and begins to put it on. As he gets down and is about to walk out, a Speakerman walks into the room and we hear an all-familiar tune of "Everybody wants to rule the world for a split second," and then the speakerman in front of us presses a button, which sends an alert out to the rest of the base. But the POV cameraman punches out the speakerman, just like one of the speakermen did to him in the previous episodes, and grabs the jetpack that was in his hands before running back through the open portal. We are back in the arena once again, where we see a giant controlled robot go flying across the arena, and then we look over to our left and see the other one trying to step on the knight. But the knight is quick and opens a portal, making the robot step through it, which snaps its leg off and makes it fall over. The robot isn't giving up though, as it tries to bring its fist down on the knight, but he's opened another portal above him and has caused the robot to fall over and stop working entirely. We soon see a speakerman flying in on a surfboard, so the knight opens another portal once again and takes the tower from in the middle of the arena and makes it go through another to kill off the speakerman who was flying around. The knight looks at the POV cameraman once again, before he opens up a portal again. But this portal is a completely different one, since it is the one that brought through the clockmen and the drillmen into the zombie universe. The POV cameraman steps into the portal, which begins to show him many different multiverses like Verlance's universe, as well as Maxidi, Noskillclutch, Dom Studio, and multiple YouTubers, and yes, I see you again, Chasing Skylar. In a previous video, I have said that all the universes are linked together, which means I am definitely correct in my thinking, since we have already seen this in Dom Studio's universe, where the large clockman mentioned the 7 dimensions, and so far, only Monster Up, Dom Studio, and Verlance have worked around this idea, so that's 3 out of 7. The scene changes as we leave the dimension the POV cameraman was in, and he is now back in the area where he was taken hostage by the speaker men. The POV cameraman turns around to see the portal close, and he looks down at the tablet-like device he has in his hand and presses on the big green SOS button to call for help. Suddenly, the ground begins to shake and we hear the familiar sound of the Titan drillman, who has blasted through the earth and is now before us. But he looks different. Titan drillman is now a zombie, who begins to roar. I'm guessing that he did indeed get turned into a zombie by that SKIBIDI hybrid mutant zombie that attacked him a couple of episodes ago. He notices the POV cameraman, who he goes to try and grab, but he is met with a sudden blast, and a few more. The POV plunger cameraman is confused as he begins to look around during this scene, wondering who is there, and our question is answered when we see a bellowing of black smoke and the UFO Astro Toilet from the original series appears with his glowing bright red eyes. This shows that he also has laser eyes in this series. He looks bigger from our perspective, but maybe that's because we've zoomed into his face. Before anything can happen, the scene ends and we are left with a cliffhanger. For the next episode, I feel we are about to witness quite the fight between the UFO Astro Toilet and zombie Titan Drillman, with the UFO Astro Toilet winning because he has a lot more power behind him, and as we know, they are intimidating and not to be messed with. But hopefully, he doesn't ultimately lose, like the Detainer Astro Toilet did in the earlier episodes. What an episode that was, though. Friends, we had quite the shock from the night talking, which was a first for the series, and the sudden appearance of the UFO Astro Toilet. I wonder if the zombie Detainer Astro Toilet will also make a reappearance, and if he does, will it show that he's been cured, or is he still a zombie? Because if we remember correctly, in the earlier episodes, the zombie Detainer Astro Toilet was imprisoned in a cell back at the first Alliance base, where Titan Speakerman got turned into a zombie. So what if he got out, and if he did he get cured? I guess we'll find out some other time. But what do you think? Do you have any theories? Write them in the comments, as they are always welcome. Also, I have a Discord. You are welcome to join, where I will share leaks when I get them, and chat to the incredible community I am building. Thank you for watching my video. I was Obsidian, and until next time, my friends.